Last night, I did a therapy session, and the issue that I helped my client to resolve was pity and empathy. Too much of empathy. It was always happening to a degree that the person could not even control their emotions. So whenever someone was telling them about their hardships and suffering, my client started feeling it as if it were their own sufferings, and lots of crying and everything. So it was uncontrollable. And she felt that it's too much. That's very unhealthy. She felt it. So we started the session with that sensation because we always follow the sensations. That's the difference between us, subconscious mind therapists, and the traditional psychotherapists, right? We don't necessarily deal with the situations. We don't necessarily discuss the situations. We're interested in the feelings and emotions, and we let them, lead the way. And those emotions that she had, they went deep into one of her past relationships. And she realized that she had a very strong sense of resentment. And I helped her release that. And we also worked on her understanding of that relationship and to understanding where her ex-partner was coming from. And there she saw a lot of things that she didn't realize before. It was like a revelation, and a lot of the pieces came together in a puzzle, and that allowed her to release all of that resentment and everything. But the crazy part is it didn't end there. Next thing you know, she went back into an age of 2 years roughly, where she realized that she had accepted this belief into herself that love equals pity, right? And there was a scene, a very vivid scene that she remembered, where she had to console and be with a very close relative of hers that was suffering a lot and crying a lot. And then she developed this pattern of behavior whereby she was feeling for that person, suffering a lot herself, crying, and in that particular scene was kind of filled with sadness and pain. She felt it in her body, very strongly, and that's how we take these programs from the environment that surrounds us into ourselves at a young age. And she had created that belief in her head that love equals pity. And that's how she learned to, get the environments and other people's attention and love by letting others pity her. So the stronger she was suffering, the more others would love her. And so in her mind, love started equaling pity. And by understanding this and also healing that moment and releasing all of those emotions and giving it back to her relations and realizing that it wasn't her program, it was literally given to her, that allowed her to heal her karma. And that's how we work with our clients, and that's the magic. And she's really happy that she was capable of dealing with all these subconscious programs and emotions that were still there in her body from her childhood, running her life, literally running her life, on an autopilot. Despite our rational mind wanting to do things differently, we just cannot help it. That's how it works. And that's why it's super important to start working with yourself.